What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody. Love and light, peace and blessings. And thank you for tuning in. This is Catalea with another Catalea Speaks. The name of this series, of course, everybody know, is All Things Poly. And what better way to start? Well, I was supposed to start it off with him, but he got a little busy. But we're gonna go ahead and backtrack a little bit because we started this conversation about a year ago.
Right.
And it was because of this gentleman right here that I actually came up with the idea of All Things Poly. So I wanted to get him on here because he is actually the person that started this conversation with me. So what I always do is go ahead and let Pharaoh introduce himself. I let everybody introduce themselves when they come on. I'm pretty sure all of you guys already know who he is, but I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Yes. As always, um, I always come on people's platforms very appreciatively. But to you, as always, as I always do, I want to give you a very special form of my appreciation. You have a very deep and personal form of my support. I appreciate you. I actually love what I see you doing, and you have my utmost, respect and support in regards to this journey. And to everybody that's watching, shout out to everybody over here. Shout out to everyone who not only supports this platform, but supports a beautiful woman on her self developing journey. And with that being said, she is 1000% correct. Um, y'all know I got to think about being tardy sometimes. And I'm tardy to this platform in regards to continuing the conversation that me and her started up a while ago. But I will make up for my tardiness by giving you guys a brain exploding uh dialogue here today. And so let's talk about it. Let's jump into it and let's get on a topic that's spicy and that everybody loves to talk about. Polygamy. Here we go.
Well, you always give us something great, Pharaoh. You always do. You always give us a different perspective, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on here. So, everybody, make sure that you hit that subscription button. Make sure that you like. And if you have any questions, I can see the questions. I don't know. Can you see the questions, Pharaoh? Because I know I can't, but other people would say that they couldn't see them.
You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull you up right now on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll look from time to time
Okay.
at the question. And
Okay, so yeah, like we're gonna let Pharaoh speak, but also this is gonna be an open forum where you guys can actually ask questions. That's one of the reasons why I wanted him on here because I know a lot of people have questions about, what is poly, why poly, there's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of people who think that women who choose to be in these type of relationships are insecure and things like that. So, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this conversation started. So, let's talk from the beginning, Pharaoh. So, can we have your insight on how male female relationships or men women relationships were way before, the system got infiltrated by our colonizers?
yes, ma'am. Beautiful question. Beautiful first question. Very accurate question to start off the conversation. And I'm gonna try to keep it in my mind to talk about, are women weaker or stronger if they get into a polygamous relationship? So if I don't answer that while answering this part of your question, please bring that back to my mind.
Okay.
But what people have to realize is you have, like, it's like you're an onion and you're inside of layers and layers and layers of things that people place on you. So what people have to realize is, what is a healthy man and woman relationship? We're not even questioning that. And we're getting our ideas of man and woman relationships from everything but the source. So forget your race. Let's just kill race for a second. Let's just only deal with man, not black man and white. Let's just deal with man and woman. A man is supposed to protect and provide. That's it. That's it. That's it. Let's just deal with the core. If we were if I was walking through a jungle and I didn't have no woman, I would be protecting and providing for myself. Then I would discover a woman. Doesn't matter what race a woman is. If I discover a woman, now we have to negotiate survival terms because you're a liability. I can kill a jaguar by myself. I can kill a lion by myself. You can potentially get me killed because now I have to be less stealthy. I can't move the way I would move by myself with you. So now we have to negotiate terms. That's just what it comes down to. People don't realize that the terms and conditions that your relationship is sold, that are sold into your relationship are not realistic. If the world, and you know, I don't want to attack a particular race of people, but I'm gonna say there's a non-black race of people who have presented this Disneyland fantasy island concept of relationships that people are getting into, and they crashing and dying because they feeling unfulfilled because they are. A man is supposed to protect and provide. Depending upon your fighting ability, depending upon your muscle mass, and depending upon your mental strength, determines the level of a woman and the areas of a woman that you can protect. For example, you might be rich, but you might be a pussy. So that means you can protect the woman financially, but I can beat you up and take your girl. So there's areas where you're vulnerable at, but I can't financially provide the lifestyle. So we have to look at it like this. What can you provide? What can you protect? If you're not wisdom, then you can't. If you don't have wisdom, you can't protect a woman's mind. So somebody else will come finesse your woman. But you might be strong, but you're gonna lose your woman to a nigga that's smarter than you because you're stupid. So we have to first talk about the man. What all areas of the man have he self-developed? What all has this nigga gained for himself to where he can provide? What territories can this nigga walk around where he's that nigga? And what territories outside this man can't he go because he's in somebody else's territory? That is the first thing we should be looking for in a man. Now let's assume we have that. Now a woman comes along, and a man now has to say, me dealing with you adds on to what I already have in what areas. It takes away from what I already have in what areas. If I have to protect you, is it a liability or is it an asset? If I have to provide for you, is it a liability or is it an asset? Now, a woman has to look at herself and say, if I get a nigga that can protect me mentally, how can I protect him mentally? If I get a nigga that can protect me physically, how can I protect him physically? If I get a nigga that can provide me the lifestyle that I've always wanted, can I provide him the woman that he's always wanted? These is the questions nobody want to ask. So my main thing is before we get to poly, make sure your mono is right. Make sure your one-on-one is right. Women too, because it's not all on the man. You want a nigga to provide you something that you never had. You got to provide him something that he's looking for as well. Fair exchange has never been a robbery. So let's assume we have that. Now you add on to that. Now we say, okay, I'm walking through the jungle and I got one woman with me. I'm gonna put my life on the line for this one woman. This is your safe zone. If you're hungry, I'm gonna go out there and find you some food. If you need something to build with, I'm gonna go out there. You ain't gotta put your body on the line because it's other niggas in the jungle too. And I can't guarantee if you wander off, a nigga won't kidnap you or something, because I'm not the only savage in the jungle. That's how it goes. And then from there, we build a house, we build a home, we build a community, etc. But it starts right there. It don't start at because a nigga bought you a Birkin bag. It don't start at none of that. It start right there. Now, boom, let's say we start here. Now we traveling and we run into another woman. What is the condition of this woman? Is she immoral? Is she lazy? Or is she hard working, but she just don't have no help? Is she productive and valuable, but she just don't have no man? And we decide, do we see value in this person? In the same obstacle course that a nigga went through with the first woman, now we both are putting her into that scrutiny. If we bring her into this fold, is she valuable? Is she gonna add on to what we already got? So I feel like the mentality first has to be correct before somebody try to jump in a poly relationship. Jumping in a poly relationship just to say you got multiple females is not the fucking point of the relationship, because you can do that anyway. That's gonna happen. Jumping in the poly relationship is meant to say, listen, this is the world you're living in today. This is the parts of the world that I want to avoid. These are the parts of the world you want to avoid. Let's tag team and avoid these motherfuckers together. And if we come across somebody with the same understanding of us, we basically click up and form a team. That's it. So that is the proper scenario or the proper mentality I believe we should have towards that scenario. We shouldn't be people with childish mentalities are projecting the potential of the experience and they're ruining the experience because they're talking about something that's not meant for them anyway. Polygamy is not meant for somebody who's childish, insecure, you combative, you comparing yourself to everybody else, you worried about sex and da, da, da. And then let's talk about sex as we hear. I am a very heterosexual black man. I like women. And I'm not saying this to clap or anything. I'm just being in general. A man is going to look at a woman. There's nothing you can do about that. I don't care if you're in a relationship or not. That don't mean a nigga is going to talk. That don't mean a nigga is going to be disrespectful. But at minimum, a man is going to notice a beautiful woman. Because if I'm not looking at a beautiful woman, what do you want me looking at? Another man? So, and same thing with women. A nigga is supposed to know. I don't think I'm the most attractive nigga on the planet. If my woman see another nigga that she think is handsome, I don't give a fuck if she acknowledge it or not. I know in the back of her mind she acknowledged it, and I don't really mind that because she has her own mind. So people need to learn the difference between having the thought and acting on the thought.
Exactly.
We all get thoughts. I got shit I want to do that I can't act on. And I got shit I think of that I better not act on. So my thing is we all get thoughts. It's just about your discipline and knowing what thoughts not to act on. That's the point of discipline. Knowing that it's gonna be shit that's gonna come in your mind that you did not put there. And you have to be strong enough to deny that influence on yourself. That's it. So people who don't have adult minds don't have strong minds. So they arguing about basically sharing a toy. Don't play with my toy. I don't want to share my man. I'm not your fucking man. I don't, you're not my mama. You didn't give birth to me. You a motherfucker that I met walking through the jungle. Who the fuck is you? So that's just what it comes down to. And if you want my love and my protection and my essence, you have to respect me. And you have to let me give it to you the way that I am. And I have to respect you and let you give me yourself to the way that you are. And we have to respect individuality. So you got people who don't respect, it's called, and I'm pretty sure you heard the term before. You know how people, you know how your grandma or the older person in your family used to tell kids, let people be their own person. That's it. It's just that simple. People never learn how to let motherfuckers be their own person. You want to compare everything, you want to compare everything, and that's not about that. Polygamy is for people who already got their shit together by themselves. Polygamy is for people who individually know how to think on their own, know how to move on their own, and is comfortable with their own self and can form a union with people who have that same understanding. Polygamy is not for motherfuckers looking at the world to see where they feel beautiful at, looking at the world to see. It's not for motherfuckers trying to find themselves in the world. It's for people who found themselves in themselves and they trying to self-actualize with people who also trying to self-actualize themselves. So I wanted to let that be the fabric. So when you think of polygamy, that's what it should be. If it's not that, they're doing it wrong. I don't give a fuck who you see doing it. I don't give a fuck how much money. The ideology is wrong. It's not about over sexualizing shit. It's not about having women naked in front of motherfuckers. It's not about orgies and threesomes. It's not about niggas acting like they Don Julian. It's not about none of that. It's about this is where the fuck I'm going as a man. Is you coming or not? This is where you want to go as a woman. Am I coming or not? Here's some respectable people around us that we respect and that we have different levels of chemistry with. Is they coming or not? Pretty much. All of the other shit, that's excuse my language, that's white people stuff. That stuff white people put in y'all head.
It's irrelevant.
It really is. And I'm gonna turn it back to you.
Don't forget that one about the women.
There we go. Let's get that out the way now. And women, right? People say are women weaker if they join a polygamous relationship.
Right.
Let me sip my water before I break a lot of hearts right now.
Because that's what they say. You weak. But Me personally, I feel like you have to be very strong.
That's right. That's right. See, it's like saying, it's like, this is how I look at it, right? It's like saying, is a nigga weak because he joined the army? No, nigga, because I'm around a bunch of killers and I gotta be when I'm around, or else I'm pussy. So if I'm not a strong man around strong men, then I'm not a strong man at all. So my thing is, I'm not saying women need other women to be strong, but the women who say that, they really self-projecting. You really saying that because when you watch these bozos on the TV, you don't feel beautiful. You don't feel complete. You don't feel whole. So now you assuming the women who do uplift each other and comfortable with each other. Now you trying to project your weakness on them to give your weakness an excuse for even existing. So let's just be real about this. A woman who feels secure in her beauty and can acknowledge another woman's beauty without feeling like she's losing something, that's a level of strength some of y'all will never be able to fathom in your life. So a lot of people, when they see something that's stronger than them, they try to convince that something to not accept its power. And that's just what it is. You got a lot of insecure women who won't even get on FaceTime without they weave on, who don't know how to be feminine, who don't know how to let a man be the masculine role. And you got a lot of women that's just not women anymore. I don't know what the fuck y'all becoming, but it ain't women, it ain't a woman. And you got a lot of women who are not on the road to becoming a woman. And they judging grown ass women.
I mean, and then truth be told, it's a lot of weak women that are in monogamous relationships.
And I was just finna go there. I was finna say, listen, the same one saying that, the nigga that you talking to, you probably know a 5 side pieces that he got, and you done took this nigga back 20 times, but you won't consciously let him have another woman. So the point I'm trying to make is, how weak are you? How strong are you? Because if you really believe in the shit that you was in, you wouldn't let a nigga, you wouldn't forgive a nigga for all the times you cheated.
You'd be done.
Boom. So if that's the case, we might as well say a woman who forgives her man is weak. So if it's wrong for us to say a woman who forgives her man is weak, then it's wrong for us to say a woman who allows her man to have another woman is weak. It's wrong to say that. And the way I look at it is this: it's chemistry. And I'm not being personal. I'm not speaking on my personal situation. I'm speaking on a construct. And I have to get that disclaimer because I got a lot of trolls and I got a lot of people that try to poke holes through my family life, and I don't like that. So I want to get a disclaimer. But outside of that disclaimer, I look at it like chemistry. And I have to say this is from a man's point of view. I don't expect no woman to feel me because you're not no fucking man. It's just, I don't expect you to feel what I'm about. If you do, good luck, good looks. But I expect real men to feel this, not niggas that's playing. Any real man that's been around a real woman, you know a real woman gonna bring something out your ass that you can't bring out yourself. That's just what it is. It's just like in school. We could joke all day. If a nigga make a mama joke, nigga, we gotta fight. We gotta fight because your mama in your eyes is a real woman, and she gonna bring that nigga out you. So now let me give you a scenario. If I'm in a relationship with a female that's, let's say a female I don't respect. Let me pick a female I don't respect. Let's say I'm in a relationship with Meg Thee Stallion, right? She not gonna bring the young Pharaoh out of young Pharaoh. She not gonna bring that out because I don't feel no reason for that nigga to be present. I don't really see you doing nothing that makes me feel like, yeah, this is my lady. So when you, as a man, right, you're not gonna perform until you on a stage. Your lady set the stage. Your lady set the tone for the nigga. If you a soft ass nigga, we know this because we know through how your woman interact with you. I can see into you the way that women respond to the way that a woman responds to a man. Let me know how official that nigga is. If you don't run your household, nigga, you don't run nothing. That's just what it is. So when you get a woman that you respect, like I'm with a woman I respect, and she respect me, that brings a certain level out of me to perform because I can't fail you in your eyes because I respect the way that you look at it. I respect the way my woman look at me. So now that's a weight that I'm lifting. And then I take another woman that I respect who brings out a different aspect of myself. And now that's two weights that I'm lifting. So let's say if you a nigga that got 3, 4, 5 women, now you lifting weights with your mind. And now you got more people that you got to perform for. And your best foot forward is being fought forward because you got you got 2 to 3 different perspectives of you. You got 2 people that see you 2 different ways. And now you bringing more of yourself to the front. So it's basically like being on a stage at all times. So I look at it as a portal to self-actualize. And if you look at a woman and you understand the value of a woman, then you will understand the value of having more than one woman. So if a woman was to look at me and be like, nigga, you greedy. I'm not greedy, but
or selfish.
I'm not selfish, but what the fuck you want me to say? I value women. What the fuck do you want me to say? And if I could have 2 or 3, hell yeah, because what's more powerful than a woman? If I had 2 guns on me, nigga wouldn't say nothing. If I had 3 shooters with me, a nigga wouldn't say nothing. But my thing is, I don't value 30 niggas being around me. I don't value 50 niggas being around me. I value good women being around me because I know the power of a good ass woman. And so what? And so if that's my explanation. I don't know what y'all niggas explanation. That's my explanation. And if a woman can't understand the power of another woman, you don't understand your power. That's how I look at it. And I'm not saying that that's in it. Let me watch my mouth because you got some manipulative niggas out here. And I don't want no nigga to watch this video and then run off to their woman come out. If you don't understand me talking to another what? That's not what I'm saying. Because women, I gave y'all the point. You look for certain things in that nigga. And if that nigga can't provide what you ask him to provide, then he's unworthy of asking you to play the position that he's asking you to play. A nigga cannot.
Bingo.
Yeah, he cannot. A nigga cannot ask you to join his football team and he ain't got no stadium. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. But assuming the nigga do got a stadium, and assuming he is in his right state of mind, and assuming he is in his right state of spirit, and assuming his intentions with himself is pure. And the reason I say that is because if a person, man or woman, if they intentions with they self ain't pure, they intentions with you ain't gonna be pure. That's just truthful. So assuming that everything is genuine and pure, I would expect a woman to understand what I see in another woman. Because if you don't understand what I see in another woman, what do you think I see in you? That's just what it comes down to. If I'm looking at you and I'm like, damn, this woman got the power to control how I feel. This woman got the power to control how I think. This woman got the power to, if you want to make me horny right now, all you got to do is touch me a certain way and we can go in the bedroom. So that's how much power you got over me. And if you don't realize that I realize that about you, then what do you think your power level is? So it's like for me, I like a woman that's who she is, her own individuality, but you know your power level. And let me add more power into my life so I become more powerful. And that's just how I'm feeling about the energy aspect. As far as the system aspect, that's pretty much common sense. More people, the more help. If you got 5 people cleaning one big ass kitchen, it's gonna get done faster. If you got 5 people putting their money together, you're gonna get wealthy fast. It's just common sense. It's just common. Everything else should be common sense. But outside of that, for me, it's the psychological influence and it's the stability. One thing about women, like for example, me understanding a woman, that didn't come from no goddamn man. Didn't no man teach. A woman had to teach me how to understand a woman. A woman, and I'm not saying it was a woman better than my woman or a woman. All I'm saying is women made me who I am today when it comes to dealing with women. A real nigga turned me into a real nigga. A real woman helped me to deal with and recognize a real woman. So most niggas don't even recognize a real woman because they never seen one, talked to one, been embraced by one, had a deep conversation with one. You need one, my nigga. You need a woman. You need who gonna teach you how to be clean and keep your nails clean and do. You need a fucking woman in your life, nigga. That's just what are you doing? Even if it's just a friend, you need a woman. You need a woman, my nigga. You can't do it with them 30 niggas you jumping around. Not gonna happen. So for me, I see the value in a woman. And I want to say this. Ask any rich white CEO who's the majority of his staff.
Women.
Not just women, black women.
Facts.
On that. So So here's the thing. The most wealthiest people in the world gain and maintain their wealth with a staff full of women. That's not no coincidence. That's not. It's not. It's not. So for me, 2 plus 2, I mean 1 plus 1 is 2 at all times. So if a woman in my mind is the closest thing on the planet to the creator, you best believe I'm gonna need about 2 to 3. The fuck? What? So my thing is, polygamy is for people who have a relationship with the universe. It's for people who have a relationship with themselves that is developing. That's it. If you're not self-developing, you just gonna get 2 to 3 women and you gonna fuck all their lives up at the same time. That's all you getting ready to do is crash multiple people at one time. So polygamy, I feel, is not for, it's definitely for people that's trying to build wealth, but money didn't always exist. So that's just a medium to build wealth. But excluding the financial factor, polygamy is for people who want to become better people. It's for people who don't mind somebody outside of them telling them, hey, I don't think that that's a good behavior. And for people who humble enough to say, you know what, I never seen that side of myself. Or hey, me and this person thinks like this, and we got an outside person to come say, nah, this is where that's wrong or that's right. And you can say, you know what, I never seen it that fucking way. You know why? Because you got 2 to 3 different damn perspectives in one group.
Right.
So polygamy is for people who don't mind evolving, who don't mind being open, who don't mind being an adult, but also being humble enough to know I have to constantly be growing. And if that's not your fucking mentality, you need to get away from this. You do.
But the thing about it is most people are not even successful in monogamous relationships. So we're seeing a lot of that going on. And then one thing I wanted to point out too is that if you are a man and you want to be in a polygamous relationship or that's what you seek, most of you guys don't even know how to strongly be a leader. Like, you don't have leadership skills. You have not even mastered a monogamous relationship. So how are you going to master, being in a polygamous relationship,
Yeah. And I want to say this to all my fellas out there, right? Because a woman can't, not saying you specifically, but just speaking in general, you got to know your strength as a man. See, when we talking about a leader, we're not talking about somebody who can lead other motherfuckers. We're talking about somebody who can lead themselves. And you can lead yourself so well that other people want to be led by you. That's what a leader is. A leader is not a motherfucker who come out the house and say, this is what you do. A leader is somebody who's doing what the fuck they should be doing, and somebody else is saying, nigga, how you doing that? That's what a leader is. So if you're not a nigga like that, you need to stay away from this, because ain't nobody, a man or a woman, should be being told how to live their life.
Exactly.
Women should look to a man for internal guidance in regards to becoming who the fuck they already was going to become. That's what it is. A woman should not be looking to you as, nigga, tell me what to do every day. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't even want to talk to a motherfucker that I gotta keep telling something to every day.
Right.
That's not what I'm grown. You feel me? I don't want to date my job. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to date my job. I want to date an unknown person that I'm still learning too. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what a leader is. A leader is a nigga that get up every day and do what the fuck he's supposed to do. And he do it so well that other people now want some, you know what I mean, want some influence. Now, assuming we got that, yes, a woman is gonna, once again, a man's job is to provide and protect. If you providing a healthy lifestyle for yourself, a woman is gonna want that. It's just kind of fucking sense, nigga. If you getting up, nigga, you brush your teeth, nigga, you wash up, nigga, your hygiene right, nigga, you work out, you got a plan, nigga, you executing your plan, even if it ain't fast, even if it's still being done. If a woman see that you are taking the steps to do for yourself what the fuck you said you were gonna do, and she respect your mind, she's gonna support your mind. So
exactly.
let's be clear on that. A woman's job is to give birth. That's it. And she should be giving, a grown ass woman should be giving birth to your mind. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. A woman's job is not for you to be telling her what the fuck she can and cannot do. A woman's job is not for you. It's not her. A woman should be able to walk up the street with a thong and a bra on. And if it's your woman, a nigga, your might should be at the point where a nigga, no, don't even get disrespectful, or it's gonna be niggas at your house tonight. So that's the relationship that it should be. You, and that depends on the type of man you in. Every nigga ain't no savage. Me personally, I happen to be a savage, so that's a benefit of mine that you get for being my woman. Another nigga, wherever his power is at, you benefit from his power. And I mean, let me give you an example. If a nigga working at McDonald's, you should be able to come through the window and get a free fry. That's his power. That's his power. I mean, you should be at whatever nigga you talking to, whatever level he at, he should be able to extend to his power. That's it. That's the whole point of talking to a motherfucker. So I feel like people are in relationships today with just this crazy ass ideology of ascendant. Like, no, relationships are personality trade-offs. That's what they are. We're gonna trade our personality. You want what type of man? You go look for them. Most women feel like they love hood niggas. You don't love hood niggas. You don't love a nigga that you never gonna see again because he in jail for life or dead.
You like somebody who exudes masculinity.
Yes. Boom.
That's what you like.
So you want that part of his personality, but you don't want the rest of this shit he's creating for himself with his personality. Mm-hmm. A man wants a woman that's gonna be like, ooh, you sexy, and grab you and grab your dick. That's what you want. Let's be honest. You want a spicy ass female, but you don't want the OnlyFans shit attached. You don't want it attached. So we are encompassing people that we don't really like because we're not seeing them small qualities nowhere else in society. So this is what I mean by self-developing. A person has to turn themselves into a desired partner. And then you matchmake. Okay, I know what I am true to myself, and I know what I'm not. I'm not no motherfucking carpenter. Don't come over here asking me to put up no drywall because that shit not gonna get done. But I'm in a position where I can pay somebody to get it done. So you're not with a carpenter, but you with a nigga that could call one. So that's the trade-off. Now, what am I getting out of you? You might not be this type of woman, but I can still get the quality of that type of woman out of you. It's a trade-off. And then we decide, okay, if we take these type of personalities, put them together, what the fuck does that look like in 30 years? What the fuck does that look like in 20 years? So a lot of people, even when we talk about monogamy, right? A lot of people be arguing in monogamy because they don't realize we are growing people. And the motherfucker that you got in a relationship with is not the motherfucker you in a relationship with now.
Oh, that's good.
He's growing. So I feel like niggas be arguing with a woman because they woman is becoming a grown ass woman instead of encouraging them and saying, yeah, babe, okay, you don't hang with this person no more. You're not fake, you're maturing. Yeah, babe, you don't hang with me so much. I might miss the friend I used to have, but I see what you're doing with your time. You reading, you doing shit for you. So I feel like motherfuckers is selfish and possessive. And they feel like if you're not donating all of your time to them, then I gotta battle you. And I feel like people don't realize the power of time. My time is not your time. Your time is not my time. I got something I'm supposed to do in my motherfucking life. And you got something you're supposed to do in your motherfucking life.
Say it.
And we coming together to do three things at once. To support me doing what I'm doing, support you doing what you're doing, and then support the world that we creating together as we both do what the fuck we do. So that is monogamy. That's it. And if not, stay your ass right here in the jungle, and I'm gonna get back to cutting through the tree. That's just that simple. So I feel like people have to become more realistic and stop letting white people tell you how to be in relationships. And I say that to say this. Look at domestic violence between police, right? The majority of the police is white. This is why I'm using the police.
Right.
I don't want nobody to say, well, all men, I'm using white men.
Right.
Damn near 70% of law enforcement officers are in domestic violence relationships at home.
Exactly.
Now, do you want me to tell you why? Because you would think, damn, this woman living in the suburb. Well, because the nigga that the police officer get to be on the street is not the nigga he get to be in the house.
Exactly.
And that's why he's mad, because he feel like I'm a masculine motherfucker, but when I come home, excuse my language, bitch, you running your mouth. And I've been beating niggas' ass all day and arresting niggas and dealing with criminals and dealing with the most dangerous motherfuckers. And I'm coming and I'm getting respect from everywhere but the motherfucker that I'm laying in the bed with. And instead of a nigga bossing up like I would do and be like, listen, skip fucking, you gotta skedaddle. They coming out of their character. And so I'm gonna tell you something about character. Your character is showing you who you becoming. And every time somebody gets you to step out your character, you basically destroyed the picture of yourself you was painting.
Exactly.
So niggas is giving women so much power that they screaming, putting their hands on them, and doing shit that even though you might have felt justified, you killing the motherfucking real nigga you was gonna become. You killing that nigga. So niggas gotta get to the point where it's like this is the amount of yelling I'm gonna do with you. This is the amount of battling I'm gonna do with you. This is where my mind is going. And if you're not the woman to recognize where my mind is going, then this new person that I'm becoming is not for you. That's simple. So I feel like this is what people got to understand. You are not in a relationship with the motherfucker you see. You are in a relationship with the motherfucker that's in my mind, because I'm not my best.
I'm not my body.
Yeah. So when I look at a woman, I know how to be like, damn, she fine as a mother. She fine as hell. That's my lower self. But I also know how to access a higher thought and be like, what's really on her mind? What is her real intent? What does she really want out of life? And I know how to decide if that's the energy I want to bring close to me or not. So I feel like men and women got to realize that. And I feel like motherfuckers be together for all the wrong reasons. You're not supposed to stay with a person because you think this shit could work. You're not supposed to stay with a person because you know your friends and family gonna be upset that you broke up with this nice, good job having person. You supposed to be with a motherfucker because they support your mind. You supposed to, if I'm Joker, you gotta be Harley Quinn.
Right.
Motherfucker. That's how it go. I don't, and I feel like people look at me and be like, Pharaoh, you so picky. I'm not picky. I just know what the fuck I want. I don't want no woman that reminds me of people that enslaved my ancestors. So I'm not dating no woman that wear a blonde wig or nothing. I could deal with a lot of other, you'd be surprised the shit I'll let a woman get away with. But it's the simple shit I can't eat because I uphold my ancestors. So I know not to talk to certain types of women. But that don't mean I'm not looking at your core and looking at your essence and seeing what the fuck you provide me. So I feel like women need to actually start looking at the type of nigga they got, more so what a nigga provide. On top of the fact, if the nigga providing both, because it's one of three things. It's one of four things actually. The nigga is mentally and emotionally there, and the nigga is all of the shit you want him to be, and he's in your face all day, but he pussy. Let's just be clear on that. He pussy. He's not really outgoing. He's not really fun. The nigga, he's not what you want. Let's just be honest. You've been with the nigga for 10, 15 years and he's a good man, but the nigga up the street is who gets you wet. Let's be honest. we have a grown.
Or let's talk about this. Or he could be supportive. He could be there, but he ain't clean. He's not a clean dude. And he don't have no ambition.
Boom. So now we gotta ask ourselves, because this nigga's watching this right now and they looking at their partner asking themselves, damn, am I settling? You might be settling. But you know what you can do as an adult? Get the fuck up and leave. You just leave correct. Damn, baby girl, I couldn't give you everything I thought I could. I gotta exit and get my shit together. Damn, baby boy, I couldn't give you everything I thought I could. I gotta exit and get my. You ain't gotta fight with a motherfucker to break up. What the fuck? It's like quitting a job. You don't hit your fucking boss. You just be like, man, I can't work this job. It's a job. A relationship is a job. It's not an obligation. It's not something that has to be. Nobody has to be with anybody.
Right.
Period. And I have so much fun with my motherfucking self that Me giving a piece of my time to a person to me is a lot. Shit, if I go out, I can't stay out too long before I start feeling like, woo, it's too many motherfuckers around me. I need to get back home and get. So imagine a person like that being in a relationship all day. Somebody who enjoys their quiet time and gives that up for you. Because I feel like you're so valuable, you can come into a part of my space that I don't allow nobody to fuck in. So that's how we got to start thinking. You are in my space. This is my fucking space. Remember when kids used to be like, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. Kids understand the value of space. That's why they bother each other. So this is my space. Wherever my arms, this is my space. If I let you in my space, you have to be something that I feel is so nourishing to me that I don't want you to leave my motherfucking space. Period. And that's what I'm gonna become for you. And I feel like people are not realizing that because this European in society has motherfuckers feeling obligated. And I'll tell you how. A lot of people won't say, well, how am I feeling obligated? Boom. And I spoke to you about this earlier. I'm gonna bring this up.
Yeah, you did.
Consideration and development. The slower that's up, when you see something develop, you have no chance but to consider it. If you call DoorDash right now and the motherfucker come drop some food off on your front porch, you don't have to consider where this food came from because there's no developmental process. It's just instant gratification. I'm hungry, order, here's here. You don't have to plan it, grow it, nurture it, feed it. Know that you're not gonna have more until you grow more. So you gotta save that amount, share it with a person. You don't have to consider all of these different things and bring out your personality, your person. So we're not dating with our personalities. We're not dating with our persons. We're just dating for instant gratification. And
and looks and what appears in front of you.
Instant gratification. I want a woman that got a fat butt. So I'm gonna date me a woman I want a bad B. That's what every nigga want. But nigga, that's just one sentence in the paragraph. Finish the paragraph. Do you want a good mother? Nigga? Do you want a wise woman? Do you want to finish the fucking sentence? And when you finish the sentence, you will be surprised if the woman you first was looking at as an option is no longer an option. So my thing is, we got to start dating the way we're supposed to. It's not some magical thing. Nigga, stop listening to what white people tell you to do. Nigga, listen to nature. Look at a person for who they are and make that decision. Stop looking at people for who the fuck they not and all of this other shit. Look at a person's mentality. Look at the way they treat themselves. Look at the way, like, I like people that's not. I like people that say, hi, how are you? That's a plus for me. That's a plus. That's a dating plus. That's a dating plus. Because I know if you're nice to other people, you're going to be nice to me. And there's going to be times where I might not be nice to myself because I'm a strong man. And strong men are hard on themselves. So I know a woman around me can be nice to me even when I'm not nice to me. But that's how deep I look into people. So my thing is, your partner is a reflection of you. It's that simple. What you look for in yourself, you are going to look for somebody to manage. It's like dating a manager. So the worst things that a man or woman wants to hear is, I'm not doing that. Because I'm not dating you for what the fuck I don't need you to do. I mean, for what I don't need you to do. I'm dating you for what I need you to do.
Exactly.
So don't no woman want to hear a nigga say, I'm not into gardening. Motherfucker, so what? Bitch, I'm in the garden, nigga, you got a garden. And don't no man want to hear no woman say, well, this is just how I am. This is my person. No. Ain't no this is how the fuck I am. I need you to be a sweet ass woman. I need you to be a nice, good wife. Period. So people are not willing to change and adapt to each other's needs. And I feel like that's why a lot of people battle in relationships, because they get in them and then they don't understand that your partner not going to tell you how they feel. They're going to show you how they feel.
Exactly.
And you gotta learn how to read that language. You gotta learn how to say, okay, this woman need me to be me. I used to do it. What the fuck? That's like I said. It took women to show me how to treat women. I didn't have nobody my whole life showing me how to treat. When I was 15, I got a girl name tatted, and that wasn't because I had guys because I didn't have guys. I didn't have no grown ass male figures around me saying, "Nigga, take a woman on a date." Like going on a date. Who the fuck went on a date? And that might sound now. Some of y'all looking at me like, "Damn, nigga, you think?" Yes. At one point in time in my life, taking you on a date to me made me look weak. Being,
So I see one of the questions, Pharaoh, um, that I just got, like I could see it. They wanted to know if a woman has children and she brings her children, her already children, into a poly relationship, what would you say about that situation?
it depends on the man. I feel like we gotta be wise enough. Like for example, the person who asked that question, you asking me that question because you want my personal opinion because you value my mind. You wouldn't ask no random nigga that because you know that nigga might have a stupid ass answer. So the fact that you direct that question at me kind of shows you your answer. It depends on the man. Don't bring no kids around no man that ain't raising his goddamn self. For one, don't bring no kids around no man that's not a man. Don't bring your children around the adult version of who you would not want them to be. It's just that simple. That simple. Don't now we grown. You feel me? We grown. We play with people that we would never want to be like. Let's be clear on that. That's the thing about being grown. We do dangerous shit. We go to the club and party with motherfuckers who we know not to bring home to mama, but I see you in the streets, my nigga. That's
Right.
true. Because we're grown, we have discernment. But children don't have discernment. So you might know this is my cousin Ray Ray and Ray Ray turn up. Or this is the little girl, the little woman or the little man on the side that I fucked with. And I know I shouldn't be fucking with him, but it's a little spicy. You got discernment of how far children don't have that. So what I would say is don't you bring no children around no man or no woman that is the adult version of who you would not want the qualities to be in. That's just that simple. For two, women have to look at this from a man's point of view. Who is the man you with? Who is the man you want to be with? Where is he going? Are you and your children a liability? If they are a liability, how can you take that liability off the table? You have to consider what this. Let's go back here. I'm in the jungle. It's lions and tigers and all kind of shit in here. This woman has 2 to 3 kids that she asked me to bring with me and her. Now I have to consider I got 4 motherfuckers that I gotta fight for now. Can I spread myself that thin? Can I protect 4 people? If a tiger run up and it's 3, if 2 damn tigers run up or 2 leopards run up and it's 4 of us, who do we save? Who do we save? Because somebody go die. I can't protect 4 people. So women got to think like that. You got to translate nature into modern society. If this nigga's working a job, he got mouths to feed. How much money do this nigga make? Can he take care of me and these 1, 2, or 3 kids? Am I being a burden? Okay, if I am being a burden, acknowledge that. Now, how can I no longer be a burden? Do I go get a job? Or what part of this nigga life do I see he need help in? So now I can translate myself from a liability into an asset. So my main thing is know what you coming with and know what you bringing. Because a real nigga is looking at that. A real nigga is not choosing. Men don't choose. We don't choose our partners. Let me say real men, not these. I don't know what some of these niggas running around on. Real men, we don't choose our partners for what women choose. We don't look at a woman to provide for us, and we don't look at it like I've never in my life took tax money from a woman ever. If I'd rather rob a nigga. Let me just be honest with you. I don't feel right having no woman take care of me. It's just not. Even if I need a woman, even if I ain't got no choice and I'm dying of thirst, and a woman put water in my mouth, I'm not gonna even accept it like thank you. I'm gonna accept it like a boss. Because that's the relationship I have. I don't want no woman take it hurts me to have a woman take care of me. So even if I have to let you do it, it hurts me. I can't hide that. So ain't no real nigga gonna just be comfortable letting no woman take care of you. So it's just not gonna happen. So we looking at women for unseen benefits. Because we're not looking for I want to know if I'm having a motherfucking stressed out moment. It could be anything. Business deal going wrong, some shit happening. What the fuck role is this woman gonna play in my life at that time? That's what we want to. That's what we looking at. If I'm going through something, how is this woman gonna travel through that experience with me? If I'm if I'm if I'm in a sexual energetic mood, what's my chemistry like this with this woman? Is it popping? Is it spicy? Is it boring? What the fuck? We looking at shit that is completely opposite of what y'all looking at. So y'all gotta ask yourselves, is y'all bringing that to the table? Are you a woman who feels like sex is not important to her? Okay, that's cool. But did you consider if it was important to the nigga you was with? And vice versa. If sex is important to you, if it's not important to the nigga that you with, did you consider that? Because now that kills your body value. Let's just be honest. Your beauty only goes so far with a nigga that don't give a fuck. Let's just be honest. It only goes so far. Just like a nigga, your muscles only go so far with a woman who don't give a fuck. You're looking for your mind. So my main thing is, what part of yourself are you dependent on? And are you realistic about if that's enough?
Right.
Are you realistic about that? If it's not enough, like Smokey said on Friday, you better make it enough. You better go and get you another motherfucking talent. So when a nigga look at a woman, he can say she does this, and this, as opposed to all my other options, which are only this and this. You get yours for wife. You feel me? I don't think people understand what a man is looking at when they say they're looking at a wife. A man is not looking at in a wife. A man is not looking for the same thing we looking in a good time. And I feel like women are comparing themselves to the wants and desires of niggas that's looking for a good time versus niggas that's looking for a wife.
So can you like differentiate the two for them? Because I think a lot of women need to know the difference, because it's a lot of women that get a misconception about the type of men that they deal with. And I feel like if you're dealing with somebody who is just looking for a good time, because of course we have those brothers, it's right. Certain things you need to be looking at within that dynamics as well. So go ahead and like try to differentiate the two for the ladies, because that's one thing I have a lot of conversations with women that I know, and they don't know the difference.
That's right. The niggas that you see on the TV, the niggas that you see in the mag, any nigga that's on mainstream media is giving you advice on how to become a woman that ain't nothing more than a good time. So let me just be clear on that. The women that you listen to, Beyonce, Hot Girl, all them is good time bitches. Let's just be clear on that. They gonna come through on a Friday night. Those are the women that I would keep around as a sis. Now you might say, Pharaoh, why would you keep them as a sis? Because where I'm from, my niggas is not looking for relationships. They looking for fun on Saturday nights. So I need to be able to call Cardi B and say, hey, where your friends at? Because I know all your friends is sluts. And all my niggas they don't care. That's what they like. So we gonna get it cracking on a Saturday night. These are the type of women that you taking advice from, and those are the type of women to me that are only useful for me to basically get my niggas some pussy on a Saturday night. Let's just be clear on it. We grown, we have a grown kind. I'm not gonna play with y'all. Cardi B is not a woman who I would say, sis, my man is set my man up because he's looking for a quick. Hell no, I don't want nothing out of you. No, Cardi B is who I call when it's a party. So let's just be clear on that. So what women gotta realize is a man that's looking for a wife is looking for a counterpart. Osiris is looking for Isis. He's not looking for Meg Thee Stallion. Now, Osiris might fuck Meg Thee Stallion on a random Saturday because what? That's a man. But he's not going to put you on the throne because you're not wise. You don't have insight. You're not calm. You're not good at decision making. You won't be a good mother. It's just so many qualities. So I feel like women are not understanding that nigga is looking at you for what they looking for in themselves. If a nigga, and I'm not saying if you had a one night stand with a man, let me not say that. Some of y'all don't know what y'all doing. I don't want y'all to be calling that nigga like, motherfucker, that's all I was to you.
Like, I'm a thought. I didn't know I was a thought.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. You're grown. Do what you want. What I'm saying is you have to know what you present yourself as. You can't ask somebody what they're looking for in you, and it's not what you're looking for in you. I'm looking for the God in me. So I'm looking for a woman that's looking for the God in her. Everything else, we can fit that shit in. As a woman, you got to know what type of wife do I really want to be. If I was a wife to this, create a template. If I was a wife to a husband, what kind of wife would I be best? Would it be a housewife? Because everybody ain't no housewife. Sometimes you got to be a field wife. And field don't just mean slavery. It means where you work. Just like when you in the police, they say you out in the field. So that's where you work outside your house. So what kind of wife are you? What kind of, where do your qualities best come into play? And then you match yourself. Keyword is match. You match yourself with the person who could best bring that to life. Now, this is where becoming an adult comes in. You might not be attracted to that person all the way. You might not be financially attracted to that person all the way. So now you got to clean it up. You feel me? Like me, in my mind. If I'm looking for certain qualities in a woman, I might see them qualities, and I'm being hypothetical. The woman might live in the projects. She might be working at McDonald's. So now I got to tell myself, damn, this woman got all of the qualities that I like in a woman, but she need a little help. Am I willing to give her that help? Is she worth getting that help? Is she humble if she get that help? If she get the help, is she gonna turn into the motherfucker that I don't like? What's gonna happen to them qualities when they in a new environment? So you gotta know where you going and figure out who can go there with you and who can't. A lot of people are trying. It's like relationships are like puzzle pieces. You got this big ass piece that don't fit, and you keep trying to put this nigga in that slot, and it don't work. You got this big ass piece that don't fit, and you keep trying to force this woman in this mother. It don't work. You got to go with who the fuck not only goes there, who wants to go there. So my thing is, when it comes to dating, I'm not talking about fucking. I'm not talking about partying. I'm not talking about you went to fucking Cancun for the weekend and had a nasty night. None of the shit you do as an adult is what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you say this is the person that I'm gonna live the rest of my life with or die trying. That is when the fuck you need to be looking for yourself. Period. And so this is why a lot of people don't understand the importance of relationships, and they destroy it. And you got a lot of motherfuckers out here who be like, why he with her, why she with her, she's not attractive, this nigga's not attractive.
Yeah, they be talking about looks and stuff. Mm-hmm.
They're not dating for looks, motherfucker. They're dating for power. Fuck is wrong with you? So that's a different dynamic. Two celebrities date for looks and cars. Couples date for power. What kind of power do you want? That's what I want. You got hired. You got the fucking job. That's what it is. So people not taking relationships as serious as they should. And if you're not, don't get in them. You grown. Can't nobody judge you. Play. Have fun. Be sexually free. You know what I'm saying? Be a grown ass adult. But when it comes to a relationship, you can't play with nobody's life because they not gonna get that time. I could never bring a woman into my life and fucking play with her for 5 years and then be like, oh, that's not what I wanted. Like, nigga, you knew that. So my main thing is women.
Exactly. That's happened. That's happened to me before, Pharaoh.
Right.
I was with somebody for 5 years.
Right. And like women, not you specifically, but a lot of women gonna watch this and they're gonna feel like, I like this shit that nigga Young Pharaoh talking. You only like the shit that I'm talking because I'm not talking to you. So let's just be clear on that. You got to develop this strength to not be a woman that a nigga like.
Right.
Because a lot of women get themselves in positions that they shouldn't be in, trying to force some shit that shouldn't be forced.
Can you say that again, Pharaoh?
A lot of women get themselves in positions that they shouldn't be in, trying to force something that shouldn't be forced.
Thank you.
Like a woman need to allow the man. Women always talk about they want a strong man. A strong nigga gonna tell you what he don't like about you right to your face.
Right.
So, like, for example, women say they want a street nigga, right? Do you know how many years I've been telling niggas shit to their face? Life-threatening shit, disrespectful shit, this close to a nigga face. I've been this close to the nigga face and told niggas all kind of shit. So now here's the thing. If you want that, how bad do you want it? Because I can turn that energy on you. And I can easily say, nah, that I don't like that. or that's I don't like that quality about you, or you need to watch your fucking mouth, or that. So my main thing is what do you really want? Because if I turn the nigga on you that you like on you, and I be strong with you, and I don't watch my mouth with you, is you strong enough to handle it? Because if you're not strong enough to handle that, why do you want it? Because
That's not the one you want.
now you thank you. Now I got it. Now you want to change a nigga.
Right.
Now a lot of women they fracturing niggas in their personality because you want a nigga to be the way he is, but you don't want him to be the way he is with you.
With you.
You don't right? And then niggas do the same thing with women.
Right.
When you think her she was bad and she was but you don't want her to wear that with you. So my main thing is we not getting in relationships to build our power. We getting in relationships to steal each other's power because you learning from the motherfucker who steal power the best. That's that white man.
I've had men get with me because they say, Catalea, you're so powerful, you're so this, you're so that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then when they get with me, they want me to, in essence,
be powerless.
Be power, like dim my light for them.
Right.
And that's something I can't do.
Why would you? Who the fuck would ask you to do such a this the type of nigga I am. I love when a motherfucker talk they shit. I don't motherfucker what? I wish I could be the motherfucker that could call behind you and be like, you heard what she said, nigga? Fuck wrong.
That's me. That's me.
You heard what she said, motherfucker. Hey, bro, we about to go. These niggas up the street play. They think this shit again. That's the type of nigga I am. So I would never tell a woman not to do so. I feel like if a woman, like let's say my lady want to wear some fire shit because she a grown ass woman and she fine, she bad as hell. What the fuck? If she want to wear some adult shit around adult and there ain't no children around, because I honestly feel like motherfuckers forget that we grown. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers forget that we grown. Bitch, I'm not no kid. So I feel like we forget that. And we start dealing with each other like we kids. Motherfucker, I'm grown.
Just because you're spiritual, does not mean that you're not a human being or a person.
I'm grown. That's right. I'm grown. Motherfucker, when I started, first of all, I've been drinking before I was grown. So imagine when I got 21. You're not about to tell me what the fuck. So my thing is, if I'm with a woman, I'm gonna acknowledge her how I acknowledge myself. I'm a grown ass man. I don't want to be told what to do, but I also want to show you that I know what not to do, so you don't even gotta tell me. Same thing. If you a grown ass woman, I acknowledge my woman as a grown ass woman. If she get on some, hey, babe, I want to take a trip, and me and the girls is going, and we gonna wear some sexy shit. Go ahead. My only job is to make sure nigga don't even think about it. That's my job. My job is not to say don't wear that, don't wear. My only job is to say keep yourself safe, and I'm gonna keep some niggas around at all times to make sure you safe if I'm not physically there. That's it. So I feel like if a nigga is not strong enough to lift a partner up like a trophy, you don't deserve a partner. Because that's the point of relationships, to lift each other up. That's what motherfuckers want, to be uplifted. But we doing it wrong because white people are teaching you wrong. You don't uplift a person's physical more than you uplift a spiritual and a mental.
That's good.
Yeah. If you were a woman who got a passion, or a man that got a passion, you uplift a passion. It don't matter if it's not important to you, motherfucker. It's important to them. When we drive by the lemonade stand, I don't give a fuck about these kids selling lemonade. I'm thinking about other shit, but I'm not gonna tell them that. I'm gonna be like, good job, and I'm gonna give them $20. They want it, I'm gonna uplift them because I see them in a passion. So I feel like it's a level of maturity that people just haven't developed to where they don't realize just because you don't want to do something don't mean that you don't have to do it still. And you don't have to do what you don't want to do. So now I know some people heard that and said, well, what if I don't want to do something? You just said I don't have to do it. When you do shit that you don't want to do, it means more because you didn't have to do it.
And then it builds character too.
Bam. That's simple. I don't want to get the fuck up early, but I'm gonna get up early every day and help you around this house because I'm gonna show you I'm with you. It's a small thing. Shit like me. I had a newborn crying. I might can't console the baby the way her mother could because she love her mother, but I'm not gonna leave the room. I'm gonna sit right here and rub your back. Now that's the best I could do, but I'm showing my support. I'm not gonna leave you when you're in the trenches. So whatever the trenches is, you got a nigga right. So my main thing is people need to realize that's the point of a relationship. If you with a motherfucker that's gonna leave you in them trenches, then you done. And the trenches is not just a battlefield. The trenches is motherfucking the kids is late, the school bus gonna be outside, and your woman is trying to get breakfast ready. Nigga, you get your bitch ass up and you make the kids lunch. Nigga, get in the trenches. Motherfucker, you see your woman cleaning, she got something to do, she running out of time. Nigga, get your bitch ass up and help make up for the time. That's the trenches. The trenches is where the hard work is being done. And motherfuckers feel like just because it's not hard to them, it's not hard. It's hard. Motherfucker, that's what it is. So I feel like uh relationships have to, the whole viewpoint has to be wrong. If you would,
so basically that's what he said.
Right.
The basic foundations. This is why most of you people will not even be able to fathom the mind frame of being in a poly relationship, because you don't even have the basic foundations down. And you don't, a lot of us, and I had to go through this because this is about me too.
That's right.
We don't know who we are.
That's right.
So because if you don't know who you are, then how are you going to be able to operate in the dynamics coming together with someone?
That's right. And you and a lot of it, I'm gonna say this too. This might be a little off topic, but I gotta drop this bomb on your channel. A lot of people don't know who they are because you hid yourself from yourself. And you don't realize that. Knowledge itself is one thing. That's information. That's history. But the motherfucker in this lifetime is who you really are. And I'm not saying our past don't count, our history don't count, obviously. But what I'm saying is, remember that motherfucker that used to have fun and play and be free? What happened to that person? And if you don't have an answer of me asking that question, motherfucker, it's a part of yourself you left behind. You gotta go get them. So you it's like being in the military. No man left behind, but you left your fucking self behind. And I can speak from this because I did that before. I remember when I was a kid, the way that I am right now, I have always been. This is not nothing new. This is the way I've always, actually, I was a little worse. But the point I'm trying to make is, I remember always being the smartest person in the room and then hiding myself in the room because didn't nobody want to hear that. I'm either get a whooping for being smart mouth.
Me too.
Boom. So a part of me, I never stopped being smart, but I started to hide that part because I associated with trouble and punishment.
Like, be quiet, shut up. Right. That. I mean, I used to experience that too.
Right. Same thing. And then that's one layer. And then another layer of myself. I've always been funny. I remember it was this girl in my 3rd grade class. I'm not gonna drop her name. I'm gonna protect her privacy. But if she sees it, she don't know what I'm talking about. Name start with a T. She was in my 3rd grade or 2nd grade, one or two, but I believe it was 3rd grade. Then when I went to high school, she was in my high school, and the first thing she said to me when she seen me years later was, do you still think you a comedian? But that's because I always thought I was funny. And getting in trouble, I hid parts of that self from myself. So your personality is your soul. That's who the fuck you are. And a lot of y'all don't express y'all personalities because you've been wrongfully judged. You've been wrongfully judged. And who you are as a person has been convicted as being guilty when really you've been innocent your life. So the innocent part of yourself is the motherfucker that's supposed to be in a relationship. And if your partner don't like the innocent part of yourself, then you with the wrong motherfucker.
Man, can you? Oh, Pharaoh dropping the jewels today.
I want to do some therapy with y'all on here. Like me, I know myself. I like to fight because it's fun. It's just the truth. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fun fucking niggas up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't go to the military like a lot of you niggas go just to get a Charger. Niggas out here going to the military to get a motherfucking Dodge Ram. Bitch, if I go to the military, it's to kill as many motherfuckers as I could. Just that's a fact. A lot of y'all might say, bitch, I wouldn't do nothing I don't love to do. So if I go to the military, we go on all the motherfucking way. I'm not going for no Dodge Ram. So my thing is, the part of yourself that you love, the part of yourself that you've always been, you're supposed to mature that person. You feel me? You're supposed to grow that person. The motherfucker that's always been intelligent, where the fuck is that person today? So I did a video on this on my channel about the science of the three cells, and I did another one about healing your inner child. We are growing into adults. We can all agree with that. But what adults are we growing into? Are the children that we were becoming adults? Or are the children that we were becoming pushed aside and society is turning us into the adults that we are?
Mm-hmm.
So the motherfucker that you is today, are you an evolved version of who you were as a child? Or are you somebody that nobody knows because you don't even know because you are who everybody told you were? So that is the primary question that you need to figure out. And then take that person into a relationship. A lot of y'all out here looking for everything because, I mean, a lot of y'all out here looking for everything somebody else told you to look for. You're not looking for what the fuck you've been looking for all your life. So for me, relationships is really not complicated. I feel like they're really simple. They're only complicated when you have not figured out yourself. The most complicated question and the most complicated problem to solve your whole life is going to be yourself. It's not going to be what the fuck is in the universe. It's not going to be atoms and chemical. It's not going to be trigger. It's not all of that. That shit is nothing. That shit is easier than figuring out yourself. When you figure yourself out, shape. When you shape yourself out, I'm dropping it you. When you shape yourself out and you say, oh, this is what the fuck I look like energetically, and this is who the fuck I book, and you present that self to a person, it's easy. Because a person know what a woman with me, I feel like you know what you're getting. And if not asking, I tell you, you're going to get a nigga that's not going for no shorts. So watch how the fuck you talk to me. And I'm going to watch how I talk to you. You're going to get it. I think I'm funny. I might say some shit that might make you laugh, might offend you. But that comes with me thinking I'm funny. I'm going to make mistakes. You're going to get a nigga that value his mind. I always got something to say. I'm always researching. If you got a family member that's a Christian, we probably gonna argue at your motherfucking cookout. So I'm probably not gonna come, or you need to prep them not to bring up certain shit to me. You know what you're getting with me. So now you can work around. It's not hard to figure me out because I figured myself out. So my main thing is people gotta figure their motherfucking self out. You out here, you don't even know what make you happy, know what make you sad. The shit that you really want, you lying about it. You denying the shit you really want to yourself because you feel like it's bad. The shit that you saying you want, you really don't want, but you're going for it because somebody else told you it was good, and you just all fucking confused. You don't express yourself the way you really feel at the time that you really feel it. You don't know how to be yourself, and you're presenting this confused, mixed-figured person to other people, and then you try to make it their job to figure you out.
And then you don't know how to properly communicate who you are and how you're feeling to people.
Right. And I want to say that this part that I'm talking about, because I see there's a lot of women in here saying they love it. I would say this problem exists more with women than men. Because as far as men, I'm not saying we slow, but we simple. Look how niggas hang out versus how women hang out. Niggas we play the game. We do simple nigga shit. We don't do crazy things. We don't do astronomical things. Men are simple. We just enjoy each other's company. We don't ask for much. Women ask for much, which means I'm not saying it's bad, but what I'm saying is women have more negative stimuli in this world than men, especially if you're a black woman. So your sense of self has been destroyed. If not destroyed, it's been badly damaged. So 9 times out of 10, a nigga problem is not going to be his personality unless women have told him that his personality is not good enough. Because men don't tell each other that. Men don't say, oh, nigga, you play too much. We laugh. We think niggas is fun. We accept all kind of niggas. As long as it's respect. Men deal with each other off respect. As long as you not making me have to fight you, nigga, you can rock. We don't care. Women are the ones that nitpick. So I feel like women are destroying their sense of self. And then you presenting yourself to niggas that's simple. And not only now do we gotta financially provide, now we gotta figure you the fuck out. So if I'm trying to figure you out, How the fuck am I developing into the person I want to be in the future when I gotta develop you and me? No.
Yes.
So my main thing is women have to get their shit together. And women have to be able to say, this is who the fuck I am as a woman, and I got myself at least figured out for now. I'm gonna become a different person as I
Yeah, because we're constantly evolving. Yeah.
boom. Right. But for now, I got it. And I'm presenting myself to a man. Not I've been insecure about my hair all my life and I wear wigs and this, but I want a nigga to think I'm beautiful. That's some confusing ass shit. Because you don't even think you're beautiful. Not, oh, I really want to wear this, but that's not trending. And I'm gonna wear what everybody says is trending because I don't want to seem like I'm not in the popping group. But
Right.
I want this nigga to value me for me. That's some confusing ass shit. That's some confusing ass shit. So I feel like we gotta kill. Women have to realize we need to start literally dealing with each other naked. Get with a motherfucker, visualize you and them naked. Fuck clothes, fuck money. Do I like this person? Yep, I'm attracted to them. Next, what they mind look like? I like their mind. Next, let's put some clothes on them. What type of clothes do they wear? I don't like that because that's attached to that. What's their hairstyle like? Oh, okay, they wear their natural hair too. Oh, they wear wigs and nah. So I feel like we need to start building each other up in our minds, and then before we accept the counterpart or the match, versus just dealing with what we look like and then having to undress a motherfucker and find out who was under there the whole time.
Right.
We need to go in reverse. Physical attraction is primary. Nothing wrong with physical attraction. When women say, it's not about look. Yes, the fuck it is about look. Let's stop playing like we grown as hell. Ain't nobody about to go outside and be physically attracted and talk to somebody now. Let's be clear about that. What you look like is the first thing that's gonna get my attention. Why? Because I'm not fucking Charles Xavier and I'm not in your mind. Period. When I walk by, I'm looking at your face. Okay, I can roll over in the morning and be attracted to that. I'm looking at your body. Okay, I can grab on that and touch on that and be attracted to that. Then I'm looking at your mind. And depending on what the fuck was in your mind, cancel the first two. That's how it goes. That's how you being judged. I'm letting you know how a real nigga is judging you. Now, these other niggas, I don't know. They stopping at how big your butt is. But a real nigga is looking at how you look. Okay, fine. You passed the physical test. Now you got to pass the spiritual and mental test. And if you don't pass them two tests, the first one don't matter. So women have to actually start to create themselves into women again. Stop being a hot girl. Stop being there. These people are in relationships and they're telling you to do something that they're not even doing, and you're not questioning why, because they're trying to keep. Let me say this. Dating is a market. It's a market. Let's be grown. It's a fucking market. It's literally a market. When you go to the grocery store, you get what you want.
Ha! Say it again.
When you go to the grocery store, a motherfucker don't have the right to tell you to buy a brand of product that you don't normally buy. It's not realistic. You get what you want. So when it comes to a person, I need to get what the fuck I want out of you, or I don't want you. That don't mean I'm trying to use you, but what the fuck is we doing? We're sitting in each other's face all day.
Y'all gotta use each other, though.
Yes.
That's facts. You're gonna use each other.
Yes. You better be, because I'm gonna use you, and motherfucking the love comes regardless. People don't realize that you fall in love with. Let me give y'all an example, right? About emotional attachment. I'm not saying I love another man in a homosexual way. Let me get my disclaimer out. I got love for niggas that I just met. Let me give you an example. In my life, I've had a lot of people come in and out of my life, and I've had to deal with love differently that I've evolved past now. But in my past, right? Let's say we in the street, we hear stories about each other. So it's street politics. I'm gonna let y'all behind the scenes on how street politics go. Everybody not just beefing. You got niggas that respect each other shit, but we men, so we don't say nothing to each other because we rock our own. But you feel me? You hear a story like, damn, they killed such and such. Damn, that was a real dude. Damn, that was a real nigga. And your heart goes out to that person. But you don't really know that person. And that's been my story my whole life. You know how many people I've met in prison? And I'm like, damn, this is a good man. But he doing life. Damn, this is a good man. But he going to another jail. I'll never see him again. So you know how many people I just met that I wish I could see every day, that I liked, but I'll never see them again? That's how life, that's just a part of life. So love is developed regularly just off interaction. If you interact with somebody that you like long enough, it'll develop into love. That's period. But what's happening is you're developing love without any use for each other. So you in love with a motherfucker you don't got no use for, and that's why you arguing with him because you don't because you stagnant. You in love with a nigga that's not patient, that's not this, and then you won't let your partner tell you what you want. And like I said, I don't have no shame in my game. I develop because of women. I listen to shit I don't want to hear, and I say, you know what? That's right. It might strike my motherfucking pride, but so what? I become a better man. So I feel like that's what people need to learn how to do, especially women. Okay, women need to learn how to listen to men. Men need to learn how to listen to women, but women need to learn how to listen more because of today's society. You are in danger, lady. Let me tell you why you in danger. Men used to we used to need you. Okay? And you being confused to think you don't need no man, but really you need a man. Let me tell you why. When niggas start fucking robots, when niggas start fucking these artificially intelligent sex dolls, you niggas is already fucking other niggas. What use are you gonna have? When a nigga look at a woman and he say to himself, attitude, bad mannerisms, don't cook, don't clean, think you still gonna get the ring. I'm not and he add up all of your liabilities, you done. And this is why it's really dangerous for women. For every one man, it's 11 women. So if them 10 women ain't shit, and the one woman that's a good woman, she ain't, her self-esteem ain't high and she not attractive, all y'all ain't gonna be shit but Saturday night fuckables. Nobody gonna want to wife you because we don't have to. Because a nigga gonna have a robot that'll come in here and blow his motherfucking world. So my main thing is, look at the vibrator. That's how you, I don't need no nigga, I got a vibrator. Okay, well tell the vibrator pay your motherfucking bills.
No, I need a man. Ain't nothing I can do with that vibrator at all.
And I'm like, listen, it's nothing wrong to use the vibrator, but it's wrong to put the vibrator in a psychological place of value where the man is supposed to be. So my main thing is your mind is not right. Once again, dating is a market. What is on your inventory? The shit you value is out of play. You got your motherfucking, you got your vegetables and your produce. I mean, you got your vegetables in the goddamn can aisle. And you got your canned goods where your produce go. Your inventory is out of fucking order. So I feel like women need to start asking themselves, how are we being manipulated to move the world in this direction? Why do so many men dislike women? Because of the way you being taught to be. How are so many, let me tell you something. How are so many men gay? Because of women. And atrazine and chemicals too, but it's food now because of women. Now you might say, Pharaoh, how could you say that women are the reason men are gay? Look how you've been talking to this nigga his whole life. Your mama been talking masculine to you. Your auntie's been talking masculine. The females you've been dating is masculine. So now when you run into a tranny who look like the motherfucker you always wanted to date, but act like the motherfucker that you always associated with being a female, you don't know the difference. You don't know the difference. So a nigga gonna pick the tranny over you because you more masculine than the tranny. The fuck? What is y'all not understanding about that? So homosexuality is high because femininity is low. Ain't no nigga gonna deny no woman who could just come run they motherfucking hand. I don't listen, y'all niggas is crazy. I could never be homosexual. But the point I'm trying to make is I grew up around men. I grew up around niggas that nigga eat that shit off the floor. Nigga, we men, nigga. Pick that shit up, nigga. But you bleeding, bleed, nigga. But what? Nigga, we trapping, same clothes for a day. Ain't nobody, we grinding. So I grew up around men. That beauty shit, we know how to throw that shit out the window for a minute and get it in the mud. So I know the value of a woman because I know the value of a man. I know that a man won't just get his hands dirty. He gonna get his soul dirty. If that's what it takes to get it, a woman is gonna do the opposite. So I know the value of a feminine woman. So I feel like women are not really understanding how they fucking these kids up, and even with their sons. And I'm
Pharaoh, so Danielle said if a man has a child with a woman, right, and he leaves her, what do you expect a woman to do? She has to raise her son in a masculine manner.
I expect a woman to do this. Ask yourself, why did the nigga leave? That's the first thing you need to do. Was it really his fault? Was it my fault? Math is a thing, okay? Called percentages.
A lot of times it be our fault and we don't want to admit it because that's the person that we chose. We already knew that he was probably something wasn't right ahead of time, or we didn't vet him enough to see what kind of man we were about to lay down with unprotected.
Or that, and you fell in love with some shit you know was stupid. A nigga's lifestyle tell you everything you need to know about his mind. What the fuck does this nigga do for a living? And we're not talking about a job. We just talking about when this nigga get up every day and he get out the bed. Why the fuck did he get out that bed? And that is who the fuck you letting put their penis in you. So if you are letting the nigga put his penis in you, and his everyday agenda is to get out the bed and go hang with 20 broke ass niggas and not do nothing, what the fuck did you think was gonna what?
Did you think he was gonna change when you had his baby? Cause no.
Exactly. So like, women have to stop setting themselves up. Period.
Right.
And let's just say you know you didn't or you did set yourself up. You ask yourself, why did this man leave me?
Actually, I'm not saying that it's always on the woman, but it kind of is because the man chooses us, right? And we have a way to where if we can say yes or no. That's your decision.
Right.
Just every man that comes at you that's attractive don't mean that he's worthy of you.
Right. And that comes back to what we was talking about earlier. We just getting caught at the flesh. This person looks good, and it all comes down to what you feel you can get. If you feel like I feel like I can, excuse my language, but I want to talk in the language of the people. I feel like I could get a bad bitch. That's not a problem to me. So you got to be a little bit more sparky. You feel me? The woman I'm with is beautiful. I don't have no problem with no beautiful woman, and her qualities is great. So you're not just gonna prance and just think that that's the only thing a nigga looking at if we talking about poly, let alone one-on-one. So my thing is, women gotta ask themselves seriously, what the fuck am I bringing to the table besides parts of myself that I don't want to get over, and shit from the ex niggas I was talking to, and the other shit I got going on. The fact that I'm not securing myself, the fact I don't want to take this shit out my head. I can't really cook, but I'm not willing to learn. I'm lazy. Like just be honest with yourself. You feel me? And know that a nigga is gonna leave you according to the type of woman that you are. Period. For example, I say this all the time. Cheating, right? When a motherfucker cheats, look at the type of motherfucker they cheating with. Even niggas. Cause some of y'all women be cheating on y'all niggas. Let's be honest. And we grown. Feel me? Nigga, ain't nobody, nigga, we grown. You forgave. Nigga, we grown. That's your relationship. But the point I'm trying to make is, did you ask why? Nigga, you feel me? So your woman might want you to grab her sometime and be like, hey, watch your motherfucking mouth. Some women like that. So she might have cheated on you, and you might be like, "Man, this nigga broke as hell. This nigga ain't even know. Why would you fuck with?" Because that nigga gonna put that foot down. That's what she want. So you gotta ask yourself, nigga, is it in me? Is it in me? Is it in me? If not, that's your energetic competition. Now, same thing with a woman. Some women feel like I cook, I clean, I take care of the house, and I do all of this shit. But this nigga fucking with this stripper. The stripper is sensual. The stripper is feminine. The stripper gonna let a nigga speak his mind. Even though she don't give a fuck what this nigga talking about, she gonna act like she does. So the stripper gonna play the wifey role in that area better than you, and you got the real role. So my main thing is, role play is not just for sex. Role play is for life. When you go to work, you don't like your fucking boss, but you still say good morning. And on the way there, you was talking shit.
Exactly.
You play your role. You play your role.
You know what, Pharaoh? I seen this Did you see that one little snippet where the young lady was like, where the dude was telling the woman, like, at least you could lie to me. Like, if you not feeling it, at least you could just lie to me.
Yeah. Like, man, you better wake up in the morning and now if you really feeling some type of way towards me, don't lie. Let me get at this thing, because you got some motherfuckers that'll take this too literal and try it and don't be real. If you really feeling some type of way, express that. Because that's what a relationship should be, open to expression. You feel me? You should be open to expressing yourself with your partner.
I'm talking about like in the sensual ways, though.
Right.
That's what I mean. I'm not talking about just doing it, saying, nigga, I went to the store, but I really didn't. I'm not saying that. But yeah.
Lie and discuss your comfortability, because I'm comfortable. And I feel like I would lick you in front of somebody. I'm comfortable. But if you're not that type of woman, I'm gonna play my role. And I'm gonna be the type of man that you are comfortable being with publicly. I will sacrifice my personality to give you that person. So if you want a nigga that's a certain way, I don't mind moving that way, because your respect is being carried through my image. But I'm gonna tell you what I want, and then you tell me how far that can go, and then we let each other know, okay, in private, this is how we behave. In public, this is how we behave. Now, if you comfortable with yourself enough in private to where a little bit of that shit can leak out in public, then that's how the fuck we behave. You feel me? Because I'll grab your ass in front of a crowd of people. But if that's not what you comfortable with, I'm gonna lightly put my hand on your back, and I'm a stand with you like that. But if that's what you comfortable with, I'll grab your ass and I'll lick the shit out your neck in front of 50 motherfuckers. Don't nobody better not say shit to me. Because that's how we don't give a fuck with niggas. We in a relationship. I'm not in a relationship with y'all niggas. Fuck you. So my thing is, be real with yourself. Nigga, be real. Let your woman know, nigga, this is what my sexual appetite is. This is what if I didn't know you and I was sitting in a fucking cave and I was imagining a woman walking in here, this is the characteristics I would imagine. Now we got to compare. How close are you to these? How close are you willing to get? Some you can't get to. This is what I got to work with. Now I have the option to consent to yes or no. Same thing, women. If you was sitting in a cave and you was sitting on the island and you was saying, save me, and a nigga walked up to save you, what kind of nigga would he look like? How would he walk up? What would he say? What would his weight look like? What would the swag look like? And then look at your nigga and ask your nigga, hold on, nigga, you not hey, motherfucker. Like, I feel like people not like, nigga, your partner is supposed to bring your imagination to life. You're not supposed to just role play in the bedroom. You're not supposed to just put on that nurse outfit in the bedroom. You're supposed to put that motherfucker on all day in your mind. You're supposed to, it's like, what did they used to say in school? Put your thinking helmet on. Put your fucking husband and wife helmet on.
Put your thinking cap on. That's what they said.
Cap on. Nigga, put your partner cap on. You feel right. I do plenty of shit that is outside my norm. And guess what? It's developed me as a person. Because now I see, oh shit, I never did this before, but okay, it's benefiting this. Oh, I never dealt with a woman like this before, but okay, it's benefiting this. And it makes you a better person. So for the women who feel like, well, I don't, try being soft with your man just for one weekend. Now, tell yourself for the next 72 hours, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be soft. I'm going to be sprinkly eyed. I'm going to be sensual, and see what the fuck that do for you.
And talk soft and be like, do you need anything, baby?
Boom.
You know how to be a woman. Stop being a man.
And niggas too. Nigga, tell your woman, nigga, you better be like, listen, I'm wrong, but watch your motherfucking mouth, nigga, and see what type of nigga you become. So I feel like you're not gonna build confidence in nothing you don't do, and you gotta practice before you play. So if you're not a certain type of person, practice, motherfucker. Period. And I feel like practice becoming the person that you want to be. If you want to be a calm person, be calm. And motherfuckers might be like, oh, you acting brand new. Yeah, bitch, I'm practicing. I'm becoming the motherfucker. I want to be a calmer person.
Oh, that's what you gonna say, Pharaoh? You gonna say, bitch, I'm practicing?
I'm practicing. That's what I tell people. Because we live in a world where people think you gotta stay the same. And they don't approve of change. And when a nigga do something different, they say you acting brand new. Or when a woman do something different, they say you acting brand new. Do you know how many friends I lost? The majority of my friends that I lost were from me quitting my bad habits. It wasn't from me it wasn't from me. I lost the people that I love, that I thought I did. I'm not gonna say thought. The people that I loved the most in my life, I lost them when I started killing bad habits. I gained a lot of loved ones doing bad things for myself. Some of my best conversations came from drunk nights. Y'all think I ain't never had a fucking drunk night? You better think the fuck again. Some of my best motherfucking relationships came from fights and shit I shouldn't have been doing. Some of my closest bonds came from doing bad shit. And I'm not even saying crap, just bad shit. Hanging out all night, drink. Those was my closest bonds. And when I started saying, listen, bro, I still fuck with you, but I ain't drinking like that. Oh, nigga, you acting brand new. Listen, sweetheart, I fuck with you, but I'm not about to be spending money and partying like that. I'm trying to save my money. All right, nigga, you want some brand new shit? The people that I thought I was the closest to, I lost them when I stopped doing bad shit. So I feel like people got to realize that your bad habits come with people. And you ain't
your good habits, and the good habits that you have, you're gonna lose some people.
Boom. So until you ready to get on some brand new shit, nigga, life won't be brand new. You have the motherfucking power right now to
turn. And then you're gonna also find that even though you don't have those people that you thought that you cared about so much, you also don't have those distractions. So you're able to evolve yourself into a better person.
Come on now.
You know, it's called spiritual growth.
That's right.
And sometimes we need that. Like if you are a person who are on a spiritual journey and you're continuing to see like a lot of people falling off, that's because they're supposed to be falling off. That means that either the universe is trying to tell you something, or your ancestors are trying to tell you something.
Or you.
That means that you have to learn yourself.
That's right. That's right. It's that simple. It's literally as simple as this woman just said. And it's like, man, you got the power right now to get up and no longer be what you are. That's how much power you got. You got the power right now to say, nigga, I'm not gangbanging no more. Now, it's going to be hard. You feel me? Like, let me give y'all an example, right? Gangbanging. I'm not going to say I ever was gangbanging. I never was a gangbanger. I've been an innocent person all my motherfucking life. But if I was a gangbanger in my past, do you want to know how? Let me tell you a story about a guy. Let me say, this ain't me. It's a guy named Jay. Nigga named Jay. Let me tell you a story about a nigga named Jay. A nigga named Jay wanted to stop gangbanging. But he was so deep in this shit, and he had so much rank in this shit because he was a savage. And he was with that bullshit. And he was a savage because he didn't give a fuck about his own life. And he would go to extreme measures in the underworld because he didn't have nothing to lose at all and didn't give a fuck about himself. So Jay decided one day, nigga, my life means something to me. And I want to become a healthy person. And I don't want to throw my life away. But the only way out of Jay's lifestyle was in a box. So Jay decided, fuck it. If becoming a better person means I got to die, then I got to die. Because I was willing to die being a piece of shit person. And Jay went to the biggest nigga in all of it as a man and let it be known this is not what I want to do no more. So if it's an issue, let's just get it out the way right now. But if it's not an issue, that's love, and I respect you for allowing me to be my own man and take control of my life. And Jay exited the streets like that with respect. So my thing is, and I'm not saying it's me, it's a nigga named Jay. But what I'm saying is, you got so much control over your life
that you don't realize.
In the line, you still got a choice, motherfucker. You could get up right now and say, I don't want to be this person no more. Excuse me. I don't want to be this person no more. I want to be a skateboarder. You can go buy a skateboard and start skateboarding. This shit not set in stone, motherfucker. You are getting up every day and choosing to do what the fuck you doing.
That's facts.
So unless you possessed by a motherfucking demon, who the fuck else is controlling your life but you? So get the fuck up today and say, what the fuck type of person do I want to be? You want to be a real nigga? Do some real shit, motherfucker. You want to be a real bitch? Do some real shit. Excuse my language, but we killing the Hollywood shit right now.
Yeah, we taking all the everything down. We just gonna keep it raw and cut.
That's right. You got the power right now to be. Listen here, a nigga woke up one day and said, "I want to be a broad," and motherfucker said, "That's crazy," and it is crazy. But he didn't give a fuck that it was crazy. That nigga went to the hospital and turned himself into a broad.
No, that's crazy.
Now, as crazy as that is, you telling me a transgender got more free will and more willpower than you?
That's facts.
You telling me a nigga will put himself in a position to be ridiculed for the rest of his life and to be excommunicated for the rest of his life and be called crazy for the rest of his life in order to become what the fuck he feel he is inside, whether you agree with it or not. So you telling me a tranny or the LGBTQ got more willpower than you? Ain't nobody telling you to go become a broad, but you can't even become a real nigga? Damn, bitch. I'd rather hang with a fucking tranny. Because at least I know a tranny gonna do what the fuck they believe in. You ain't even doing what you believe. So my main thing is, get your bitch ass up and become a real fucking person. A person that people like being around. A person that's honest. A person that's humble. A person that's smooth. Become the motherfucker that you want to be. Become the motherfucker that you wish you always had. Become the motherfucker that you know needs to become in every situation. That's it. Life is that simple. Y'all,
so before you even decide or think about poly, maybe you guys should be pondering that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You better be pondering that. If you're not pondering that, don't even be talking about monogamy. What type of nigga are you? What type of nigga should you be? And the answer to that lets you know what the fuck you doing and what you not and what you should be doing in your life. Period. Straight up. Period.
So they keep asking about, but this is not that question. You know what? That question does not, have to do with the topic. Because somebody wanted to know, can you go back to the question about a single mother with a son? They wanted to know about that energy, but we're not gonna answer that question. Okay? Like y'all gotta stick to strictly poly questions if y'all want to know, if y'all want to ask questions. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
I'll answer that really quick. I'm gonna make it quick.
Okay.
Be realistic. What kind of mother is you? Are you a good mother? Because a single mother with a son might, let's say you a single mother with a son, and you thinking right now, I want a nigga like young Pharaoh, and I want to talk to young Pharaoh. That might be your worst nightmare. Because you might think you a good mother, and then I'm gonna critique the shit out of you when I see you doing shit I don't like. So now instead of me being your dream nigga, I'm the nigga that's playing stepdad too hard. And I'm not the type of nigga to whoop kids or run down on kids, but the shit you let your kids get away with might be a problem with me. Shit like disrespect. And my thing is, when I go in other people's households, I don't say shit. But in my household, I run my territory. So is your kid bad as hell? Is he stealing? Is he getting into beefs and niggas is coming to the house? What the fuck is your kids doing? So my thing is, you have to be real. What is the behavior level of your child? What is the behavior level of you as a mother? And what is the liabilities of this shit if a nigga bring it into his life? If you a good mama and you got a good kid, it's gonna make it easier for a nigga to accept you and your son. If you a bad mother and your kid's bad as hell and you looking for somebody to do something that you should be doing, a nigga not gonna want that, because don't no man want to be around another man that he feel like he gotta put his hands on.
Okay. So somebody said, are you accepting applications into your poly union?
That's a good question. I'm gonna tell y'all what. That's classified information. That's classified information. I'm doing what I do in my world.
What he do?
I wouldn't say I'm accepting applications or say I'm not accepting applications. I would just say that I respect procedure, and me and my lady have a procedure and a way that we like to go about things. And I feel if you are interested and you were genuinely interested, then as a woman, you know how to present yourself without somebody telling you. So I don't really feel the need to be like, yeah, I'm accepting applications, blah, 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 because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like first impression is everything. So if you're a woman and you genuinely see what you like in my situation or another situation, you would present yourself or approach just the way you would if it was monogamy. So I feel like I can't open a door that me and my partner both are behind because I'm opening that door for her too. So I feel like when it comes to poly, not even just my situation, but any poly situation, I think a woman should present herself the way that she would if a nigga wasn't polygamous. Present yourself. Present yourself to the woman. You know what I'm saying? And this is where being an adult comes in. This is where knowing how to communicate comes in. This is where you can't just slide a nigga DM and be like, oh nigga, you sexy and I want to be your wife, because that's not. It's a million motherfuckers saying that. You feel what I'm saying? This is where who you are as a person has to do the talking for you. So really what it comes down to is, who are you? How are you presenting yourself? And is it the time for that? Like I said, I'm very private. So I don't say what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. You might shoot your shot at me and it might not be the time for that. I might be already doing something. Or you might not shoot your shot and it might have been the time and we might have been open. So my main thing is calculate.
I'm gonna kind of low key answer that for you. Pharaoh be in his own world, y'all. He probably is not even gonna be paying attention to most of you women half the time, because he's really like into making himself better and making the community better. You know what I mean? So like he's just really focused on that. So somebody said, do you think it's better to have all the wives and children under the same roof or in the same home? And if so, how would you balance giving each wife and child time?
Good question. Me personally, I would say yes, but that's my personal idea of how the relationship could and should go.
Me
Keyword.
too. I would definitely say that the same thing.
Right. Now let's be realistic. We have to deal with what we got and what we're working with and what people's comfort levels. Depending on how many wives and how many children it is and who the fuck behaves like what and who's comfortable with what, that may not be realistic. That may not be logical. If you, for example, I can afford what I'm trying to do, and I'm not saying that I got more money than the average person. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is I can afford to put multiple women in a house where we all got room, and I can afford to put multiple women in their own individual locations if that's what they're comfortable at. So that is a question that I can answer because I can afford that. So if you go into polygamy, you have to be real. Where we at? If we start at an apartment, it don't make us bad people, but we gotta grind from it. So if you with a nigga and he not caking yet, and y'all planning on caking, y'all gonna have to roommate for him. The same reason real roommates become roommates. So I don't understand why people take the real life out of polygamy. Why else do motherfuckers, people in college who don't want to live on the dorm but don't want to live at home, what do? They go get a roommate. What the fuck? So I feel like this is a question that whoever asks that, you gotta answer that.
Yeah,
Okay?
it has to be like an individual thing. For me, I would prefer to everybody be in the home under one roof.
Yes.
But that's just my preference.
Right. It depends. Listen, if you let me give you an example. If I'm only making 20,000-30,000 a year, if that, maybe less than that, and I'm talking to a woman that got 3 kids, but she feeding them kids by herself, and I'm talking to another woman that don't got no kids, why the fuck would I move them kids in a situation where I can't elevate their lifestyle? Now their lifestyle is lesser than me. I mean lesser because they getting less.
Said it's hard to hear you, Pharaoh.
Let me scoot up. How about now?
Yeah, it's better.
So with that being said, why would I move them kids to a situation where I can't keep what they was getting the same? If not, you're supposed to upgrade somebody. If not, keep it stable. Like, you're not supposed to downgrade. So my main thing is do what you can afford to do. Stop trying to do what you can't afford. If you're a woman or a man and you know you can't afford certain behavior, stop trying. Stop trying. It's just that simple. If you, I would think that y'all are trying to get the money together. That's what I would think. I don't know why some people are in poly relationships. I would hope that y'all trying to get money together. Not the man is pimping the women, or not that. I'm talking about together. Everybody on some CEO shit. That's what I would hope y'all was trying to do. If that's what y'all trying to do, it would make sense for y'all to spend time together. But especially if y'all have to get to that level. But if you already at that level, your options is different. For example, if you lower class and you trying to become middle or upper class, it would be cheaper for you to be under one roof. If you got kids, it would be better for you to be under one roof. But it's different scenarios. Let's say I'm a doctor and you're a lawyer and she's a fucking a teacher and don't nobody got no kids, we might still want our space. So I feel like look at your situation as an individual, and everybody should be able to come up with the most intelligent answer of what's best for them according to their goals. What is your goal? Why are you in this relationship? It's the key word is why. Me personally, I don't just want nobody sitting in my face for no reason, not a man or a woman, because I could be using my alone time to do the shit I want to do, even if it's nothing. I'd rather do nothing with myself than do nothing with 10 other motherfuckers. What the fuck? So my thing is, why are you getting in the relationship? And then that should help influence the living situation of the relationship. If you're getting in the relationship for family structure, then yes. If you're getting in the relationship for financial structure, then yes. If you're getting in the relationship just to be having sex all the time, then no. Because nobody needs to be having sex in front of kids and being sexual in front of kids. I'm not sexual in front of my kids. So I wouldn't let another woman come in here and be sexual. If another woman came in here until my children probably got 18, they would think this is just a fucking a person that lives in here. That's how I would be. I wouldn't be sexual in front of my damn kids. So my thing is, why are you getting in the relationship? That determines the living arrangements of the relationship.
Okay, so Starbell said, if men can have multiple women, do you think it's okay for women to have multiple men?
And I already knew this.
Discuss the double standard.
I already knew this shit was coming. Now let me say something to the person who asked this question. Stop asking me what the fuck you can do. You're grown. Do what the fuck you want to do. What? What? If you want to talk to multiple niggas, go find you two niggas that's gonna go for that. I'm not your God. I'm not your fucking savior. You a grown ass woman. If that's what you want, go do that. Now here's the issue though. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. That's not what you want. What you want to do is compete with a man. What you want to do is be in competition with a man. That's what your problem is. You have this idea in your mind that men are only deserving of a certain concept. And you feel that if men achieve a concept above what you believe they're deserving of, not what nature said, not what biology said, not what physiology said, not what sexual reproduction said, what you deem, now you want to compete. So I'm gonna tell you what. If another man walk up to take your two men, can you whoop that nigga ass?
I'm done.
Because you can play my role, baby. I'll let you play it. Let's go in the jungle now. And you got your two men and you the wife. Can you go out and hunt and leave them two niggas at home? Okay. Now here's the thing.
Men and women are not equal, first of all. They're not. I'm gonna just let you know. They're not.
Some women have been lied to by white people so bad that
they're really not equal. It's just not. It's not possible.
So my thing is, would you want your son, if you had two sons, would you want your two sons sharing a woman?
Hell no.
Because the first thing you're gonna think of is what? That's gay. That's gay. That's the first thing I'm gonna think of. Fuck everything. The first thing I'm gonna think of is what kind of gay ass shit is y'all niggas on? So y'all pulling y'all penis right next to each other? Y'all in here doing that's gay. Should no man be naked around another man at the same time? That's gay. That's gay. That's gay. And women ask it, women be the main ones making jokes, right? Let's say prison. Women, niggas ain't naked in prison. Don't let the TV fool you. Niggas is in the shower with their clothes on. Motherfucker, I was in the shower with my clothes on. Everybody got, if you come in the shower naked, niggas gonna kill you in this motherfucker. So my thing is, what kind of man are you asking for? Because ain't no real man gonna be naked around no other man. Ain't no real man. Now, I can get naked with some women all day. We can get jiggy. Ain't no nigga gonna be, I'm not comfortable naked on another man. That's not happening. So my thing is, what the fuck kind of niggas do you think you gonna get? At least if you ask me, Pharaoh, what kind of 2 women or 3 women do you think you could get together? Some women that secure, some women that love other women, some women that love sisterhood, some good smart women, some women that want to go somewhere, some women that see the value in me and feel like I'm so valuable that they'd rather fuck with me than the next nigga. Now let's ask that woman that what type of 2 niggas do you think you gonna get to be sitting on the couch with you, holding each of your motherfucking hand?
That's feminine.
Yeah, what kind of 2 niggas?
That's very. That wouldn't even turn me on. I'm sorry.
You in the house with 2 niggas and they get the fuck out of here. So my main thing is you can do it. If listen here, I'm not gonna say it can't be done. Could be done. But my thing is, what type of niggas do you want? And if the type of man what type of man do you want? And is that the type of man that'll go for that? Because I'm not going for that. I'm not about to sit here and be consciously looking at another man and be holding my woman's other hand while she's doing that. That's not a man thing. I'm not programmed to do that. Look at the way women are raised, right? Y'all be in locker rooms together. Y'all be naked together. Women do sensual women shit with each other. And I'm not saying I expect my women to be doing nothing inappropriate or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is, look at how you're raised as a kid. You don't go into your mama room when she getting dressed. Your auntie go in there. Because women can see women. You don't go into look at the functionalities of the locker rooms before today. Men in the locker rooms, we don't get naked in front of each other. Y'all niggas better not been in that locker room getting naked. But women be in there breast out after the damn volleyball and just be talking. Women are already programmed to see each other like that. Niggas is not programmed to be looking at no nigga swinging and get the fuck out of here. So my main thing is, what the fuck is going on in your mind? To what y'all mean? Listen here, if you could pull it off, whoa, baby.
I know, like, cause I've been doing these poly interviews, and I've come across a couple women who have 2 men.
Listen here, and I don't have nothing bad to say about it.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is, I probably will beat both them niggas up at the same time. Probably. I probably will beat both them niggas the fuck up at the same time. And if not, cool. Listen, I'm not here to say what can't be done, because you can do what you want to do.
He's just basically saying know what you want.
Yeah, that's it. And be pure. And if you want 2 niggas, be genuine. Be out there, but don't want 2 niggas because you competing with a man. Because unlike artificial reality, 1 man can get 10 women pregnant at one time. 2 men can't get one woman pregnant at the same time.
That's true.
So, and then my thing is, if you talking about you want 2 men, what is the relationship dynamic like? Because here's my thing. Like
There's
I said,
too much masculinity and ego with men. Like, you know what I mean?
It's the type of man. This is what I'm saying. If you want a nigga that's a warrior, nigga, we don't hang with no mother. We not sharing no motherfucking nigga. What? So my thing is, this is what I'm saying. What type of man do you want? The type of man that you want, and women don't understand why that's important. The type of man that you want is the type of man you gonna breed. That's the nigga you gonna raise your son to be. So if you want 2 niggas that'll let you, because I want to know, is you raising your voice at these niggas? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get here. Like, if you in the house and you got 2 niggas and somebody do something you don't like, how are you in there talking to these niggas? Is you in there like, motherfucker, I told you? Like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? How you in there talking to these niggas? Because I know how I'm gonna be talking. Listen, baby girl, no, I ain't going for that. Nuh-uh. You right. but change it. That's how I'm talking. So I want to know how you talking to me. It's me and it's another nigga, and we arguing in the house. We arguing. Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. That was your drawers in the bathroom. And he like, nigga, shut your bitch
up. That soft talking ain't gonna work.
Yeah, so how
it's not gonna work.
Yeah, so how are you mediating that? Because I know if it's, I don't give a fuck if it's 10 women. I know I got the power to say, shut the fuck up. Ain't none of that going. I could end the whole argument. Shut the fuck up. I could regulate because I got the power. I want to know how you regulated these two niggas, these two alpha men. Me and another version of me is in your kitchen about to argue about something. Nigga, you always late. You ain't never dressed it. We arguing. How are you as that one? What you doing? Okay, so like
I believe y'all asses in the house. I'm gonna be like this. Look. I'm getting the hell out.
I'm like, okay, you know, if you could do a man's job better than a man, you know what I'm saying? Sorry to that bit. I don't feel like ain't no motherfucker doing my job better than me. I'm the man. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no woman. I got enough competition with other men. I ain't got time to be competing with no woman about masculine. I don't got time for that. Feel what I'm saying? I don't have time for that. So
yeah,
each is on.
All right, y'all. We done got 2 hours in. Do you have anything closing to say, Pharaoh?
Yeah, maturity. You know, we all joke, we play. Life is enjoyable, but we should take it serious.
Pharaoh always takes everything serious. I'm just letting y'all know.
I do.
For real, he's very serious.
We especially slip shit I don't like. But with that being said, especially when motherfuckers think they slick. But with that being said, be true to you. Be true to you. If you feel what you undeniably feel is who you are. Undeniable. The shit when you wake up and you feel like no, when something hits your mind, you feel like no, that's no. When you feel like yes, that's yes. Make decisions based off those. Don't make decisions based off of those feelings and those levels of depth. Don't make feelings based off what my mama said. I gotta date the nice nigga with the job, because you're not gonna be happy, and you're gonna be having kids by a nigga and be in a relationship with a nigga that's not. And we grown, so I'm not gonna knock him out. He's not gonna be fucking you the way you want. He ain't gonna be grabbing on you the way you want. He ain't gonna have that sauce. He ain't gonna have that what. And you in a relationship because of your mama, because of what your mama said. Get the partner that you want. Niggas too. Because I made this mistake plenty of times. So I'm telling y'all from nigga, don't do it. Stop dating mother. When the hardest thing for me to do was to take my authentic self and match it in the world. Because I used to think my authentic self wasn't good enough. I'm used to dealing with women that'll put my pistol in their purse. I'm used to dealing with women where if the police pull up, they'll boost my motherfucking drugs and keep me safe. So I'm used to dealing with women that protected me at all times. I'm used to dealing with women that if I wanted to, I could tell them, get that nigga number and find out where that nigga live. So I'm used to dealing with women that show me extreme levels of loyalty. So when I left a certain lifestyle alone, I allow people to make me think that nigga, you want a quiet church girl. You don't want that shit. I still want that same spice that I always got, but I just want to tweak a little bit. So my thing is, go for what the fuck you want. Life is a market. Go in the grocery store and get what the fuck you want. And if you don't like trying new shit, don't try no new shit. But just don't expect no new shit either. But with that being said, get what the fuck you want. Get the type of nigga you want. If the type of nigga you want ain't around, find the closest thing to him and mold that nigga. Mold his ass. Get the type of woman you want. If the type of woman you want ain't around, find the characteristics and mold that ass. Let me give y'all niggas an example. You got some big bone women out here, some fine, juicy women out here that got all of the real women qualities. Okay, but you might not like their shape. You know what you do? Go get you a big girl, take their ass to the gym every day. And in 6 months, you have what you want, nigga. You got
right. Right.
Motherfuckers, listen, baby girl, you sweet, you so but you about 50 pounds over. So I'm gonna tell you what, we running every day. And you know how powerful your relationship would be, motherfucker. You done built
because y'all doing something. Y'all having like
Yeah.
doing something together. So that's like building a type of bond.
But she gonna love you forever because you seen the beauty in her when she didn't see it in herself. Because it's some, and I'm not, listen here, I'm not being disrespectful to my relationship. I'm just ending on this. It's some fine ass overweight women, inside and out, that I would look at right now and tell you, oh, she fine, she bad as a motherfucker. And nigga, you just don't see what I see. And I know, and this, hopefully this answer some women questions, because women be like, well, why he talking to her? She ain't really attract, motherfucker. You don't see what I see, motherfucker. So my thing is, sometimes you gotta chisel a motherfucker. You ain't gotta build a motherfucker up, but you gotta scope their ass. Oh, you cool right here, but right here you do a little work. And you gotta let a woman do that to you. You gotta let a woman say, nigga, you cool, but you a little rough around the motherfucking edges, and let her smooth you out. So my thing is, get what you want. Pick your target in your mind. Create the template person that you want. Hopefully it's not somebody according to the bullshit the world told you. But even if so, it's what you want. Create the template person that you want. Find that person. Find what's closest to it. And then work it. And then lastly, in the year, be realistic. What you want, you may not be in a position to get that, because what you want may not want you. Nigga, if your hygiene not right, you're not gonna get a certain type of woman. If your physique not right, you're not gonna get a certain type of woman. If your money not right, you damn sure not gonna get a certain type of woman. If your spirit not right, you're not gonna get a spiritual woman. If your mind not right, you're not gonna get a wise woman. So my main thing is to all the men and the women watching this, become what the fuck you want. Become what the fuck you want. Because when you get in front of who you want to be in front of, we gonna see if you full of shit. Period. We gonna see it. Every woman want a spiritual man until she in front of him, and we see you ain't got no motherfucking soul, motherfucker. What you want with me? You want something out of me you don't even want with you. Every motherfucking person want a smart person until you get in front of us and we see you not even smart enough to listen. Every motherfucker wants somebody that's strong until we see you crumbling over little shit in life. So become what the fuck you want. So when you get in front of it, it sees your value because it sees in you what it sees in itself. And that's the game. Hopefully y'all just
So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I do have something to say though. A lot of you guys are getting the whole poly dynamic misunderstood. I'm gonna say this before I close. You think that just because a man or a woman are in a poly union, that gives the man the right to go outside of certain parameters
right,
that he has already put in place with his relationship.
right.
Whether he has 3 or 4 women, there are certain parameters within that relationship that you have to respect. It doesn't mean that a man goes out and just runs around all willy-nilly and just does all this extra stuff, because they still have boundaries and parameters.
Let me tell y'all niggas something. In one relationship, you got one woman with her eyes on you. In a poly relationship, you got 2 to 3 women with their eyes on you. So your faithfulness don't get easier, it get harder. Your discipline don't get easy, it get harder. Because now you don't got one person forcing you to do what you said you was gonna do. You got 2 to 3 that's upholding you to do what you said you was gonna do. So whoever is even thinking that this is a free for all, once again, you're not mature enough to be in the conversation.
They don't even understand. Yeah.
Yeah, you in the wrong. You a kid. So get out. Go in your grown folks talking. Get the fuck out the room. That's simple.
That's all I had to say, because I saw that. So I had to go ahead and put that in check real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
But anyways, y'all, thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all continue to watch the series. We have the Porter family that will be coming on tomorrow.
That's
and
right.
They're going to be talking about their poly relationship. And we have several other people who are going to be coming on, but we're going to end the series in February, the last Saturday in February, with Kevin Wesley. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but definitely go ahead and make sure that y'all come in. That would be the second Saturday at the beginning of February. So make sure y'all go ahead and tune in for that. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and thank you, Golden. I see you over there, lady. Thank you, and hit the subscribe button, and thank you.
Thank you for having me. Much love to y'all. Continue to support the real. This is a real platform. So I ask that y'all support it. As I go, I have to say what I always say. Even if you don't care about the content that this woman is speaking on, hit the notification bell. I mean, hit the subscribe button. Just don't hit the notification bell. That way you have to never see it. You don't have to ever see it again. But we do have an obligation to support real people with real organic thoughts and views. And I support real people, and I hope that you do as well.
All right, y'all. Have a good one. Peace, family. Bye.